Dan, assuming that is you.
It is. I guess we're getting truly right into it if you're already recording.
Yeah. Thanks for your
This
patience.
should be interesting. No worries. Usually
Soapy
Soapy and I chat a little bit beforehand before he starts recording, but I jumped right into the Zoom meeting and we're recording. So I guess we're back. Episode 142 or 1?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Okay. It's a new episode, 140 something in the Morse Code podcast. Dan Moore, Soapy Prep. As always, proudly brought to you by our friends at Cold River Vodka at Cold River. Sorry. Soapy distracted me by doing something stupid. At Cold River Vodka on social media, www.coldrivervodka.com. Like we kind of mentioned last time, holidays are coming up. We got parties coming up. Check them out. Fan favorite. I've literally never heard a bad review from anyone ever in regards to the product.
I've actually searched everywhere for a bad review.
Same. Do I sound okay? My sound?
Beautiful. I thought you were Wayne Newton at first.
No, I think it's
or Frank Sinatra.
My headphones might be shot. I'm getting kind of some recoil in my left headphone, but it's for me to deal with.
Hey, facts over feelings.
For sure. My facts don't care about your feelings. We're going to talk a lot of Halloween tonight. It is Halloween week. If you follow the traditional calendar and traditional holidays, and if you're listening to it this week, I guess, I'm trying to think. There's really not much to touch on the sports front, really. Patriots beat the Jets. I think that one pretty as planned. Celtics are 2-2. A lot of nice dunks last night.
Yeah.
Posters, some people call them.
Yeah, if you're into home decoration.
Yeah, for sure.
Last night was a good night for that.
Yeah, absolutely. We should get a good poster sponsorship for a segment. I'm trying to think. Or even like Home Depot or like walls.com.
Yeah.
Big Wall. I don't know if they want to sponsor with us.
Talk about corporate America. They're the worst if you haven't looked into it.
I'm trying to think like the last poster I bought. It's been a while. Once you get to a certain age, certain point in your life, at least for me, I've kind of moved on towards like pictures and like framed things.
Yeah.
I don't
pictures
have
of people you actually know.
Yeah. I don't have any like posters on the wall in my master bedroom that me and my wife stay in. College is a big poster heavy time.
You and your wife don't have a Jordan from the free throw line, 88?
No, we don't have the Boondock Saints poster above the bed.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
Yeah, or the John Belushi college poster just in my entryway.
Yep.
Man,
Biggie smoking a joint.
One. That's a big one. Bob Marley, big one.
Oh, yep.
And I'm speaking purely from University of New Hampshire, which I think was like a 99.9% Caucasian student base.
Yep.
Present part, well, me included, Soapy, not as much.
We're just a couple of white guys.
Yeah, that's true, especially for our audio listeners. A lot of Notorious B.I.G., a lot of movies. Departed was big when we went to college. A lot of Departed posters.
Yep.
John Belushi College was a big one. Boondock Saints was a big one.
The other one?
Just like some random art. Like
Scarface.
Scarface was a big one. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that you're related to Scarface.
Nah, for sure. That's like a very gotta have a decent pair hanging between your legs to go pick up that Scarface poster.
They pat you down before you can buy one of those.
I think they drug test you, actually. Yep.
Did Blow have a good poster?
Yeah, Blow's a sick poster.
Okay.
They had some cool ones.
Blow is the one that's like the intersection of wall decoration and Facebook quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's one where it's like, I don't know if you've seen this, but this is one that I like vividly have in my mind. It's like, whether you don't ever get too high or too low, because when you're up, it's never that high, or when you're down, don't get too flush, something like that.
Sure.
That was on everyone's Facebook for a while.
It's a good one. That is a great movie. Have you seen Blow?
Great movie.
You really have? You like that movie?
I was in the movie, and yes, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah, sick movie. Yeah, a lot of good quotes from that movie. Sick
Anyone
posters
accidentally
too.
get shot on the set of that one, or is that just a new thing?
No, I think you're no comment.
Apologies, I didn't
Yeah.
mean that.
I will say, even though I just said I don't want to get into it, I will say we talked offline. It is weird. Last week, out of 140 something episodes, we mentioned the show 30 Rock once, and it was like the day before all this stuff happened.
Yeah.
Very weird. Just throwing that out there.
Can I say something really quick? And we don't have to get into like a whole thing.
This is a
I
podcast.
just want to
You
say,
whatever. Yeah, please. Speak.
It took me like a couple days to realize before I realized that a lot of the hatred for him comes from the fact of the character that he played on SNL.
Yeah,
like I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, me too. Same. Yes, same.
And clearly,
makes a lot more sense now. Yeah,
that swayed a lot of people's opinions, whether he's in the right or wrong. So whatever.
Yeah, whatever is a great way to put it.
Anyways, Halloween.
I agree. No, anyways, I thought of some more. I'm trying to like TV show, like Entourage had some good posters. Sopranos was posters. Girl like Marilyn Monroe and like what was that one? Like that
Standing
old like
over
world
great.
That's one, but not separate from Marilyn Monroe, more like on the girls' poster side. Like that World War II photo of like the soldier like coming home, like kissing his wife in like the middle of the street. That's randomly a big one. That was a heavy hitter. Probably
Remember when we reenacted that for
Friends.
Halloween?
Friends was all over the place.
Yeah.
What were you saying about Halloween?
Remember when we reenacted that for Halloween?
No, I think you drugged me. I'm trying to think, what posters did I have? I had mostly like movie posters. Hanging up like the divider in your 30 rack was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I had
the poster, the hip hop poster.
Oh,
that's an inside joke just between you and I, but that was a sick poster.
Great poster.
Yeah, maybe some Star Wars. Oh, I know the biggest one we forgot. Keep in mind, if you're listening, we went to freshman year was like 07, 08. The Joker Dark Knight posters were all over the place, which is kind of weird. Like they're kind of like scary.
Yeah.
Like the cliche, like why so serious, like Dark Knight Joker poster.
What are some other like characters where they're kind of iconic, but it would be weird to have a post like the
he's got to be up there.
The pirate and Captain Phillips. If for some reason you had that guy.
Yeah. Framed for some reason. That's the one you decide to protect.
Mark Wahlberg from Patriots Day or whatever that movie is called. Marathon Patriots.
Patriots Day is correct. I'm pretty sure. That's a good movie. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't.
It randomly who's in it? Jin Yang is in it from
really
Silicon Valley. Yeah. Great cast. It's Mark Wahlberg, the guy from Roseanne, and Jin Yang.
John Goodman?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sold.
It actually is a good movie. But anyway, moving on. So I know we'll probably split this up into two parts. This might carry over to our episode later in the week, but I do want to do this before I forget. So we'll talk some Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone, if you celebrate that. If not, sorry. We had some people reach out to us with some questions. I open it up a little bit, and I always forget to bring them up on the show.
Ooh.
Oh, while I'm doing this, shout out. It's World Series starts tonight. Shout out Braves. Shout out Brian Leahy, our producer. Big Braves fan.
Yep.
Big night for him in the Leahy household.
Yeah, go Braves. That starts at 8, right?
8:09 Eastern.
PM? Oof.
Yes.
Woo, that was close.
Yeah, we almost missed it. I think it's what Tom Glavine and Roger Clemens, the listed starters or the openers.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think you're
and we'll
right.
probably go Billy Wagner from the bullpen. And who's like the big closer for the Braves? They must have had a famous closer.
When he became a closer, Smoltz is who I think of.
Yep.
Yeah, Smoltz isn't going until game 4
Oh, is that
versus
right? Oh,
yeah.
because he's calling the game. He's calling games 1 through 3.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
He can call a game on 24 hours rest, but apparently can't pitch on less than 72, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
I know, right? That'd be weird if there's some sort of like scheduling mishap at Fox and like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman did the World Series and then Joe Buck and John Smoltz did like Cowboys Rams on Sunday. That'd be funny.
Roy
So anyway,
Oswalt
yeah, go
starting in
Braves.
game 5.
I think you and I are both pretty much cemented on that bandwagon.
Yeah. Shout out to Whiskers for the city of Atlanta. So I genuinely do hope they win one strictly for him, partially for Leahy, and partially for Meg from Twitter.
Everyone, anyone with an Atlanta zip code, present company included. Big night. So Dan Bolio asked, and this will be a quick one. He said, "What are your thoughts on Halloween Kills?" I tell him on a daily basis I've never seen it, so I don't have any thoughts. Do you? Have you seen the movie?
I've seen it.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Any good?
Have you seen the 1978 one?
Yeah, so the first one, the OG. Good movie.
All right. I didn't see that old one until last year. So it kind of messed up how I perceive these new ones. It's fine.
Okay.
Michael Myers just listeners? Well, he becomes. Are you going to see the new one? Can I spoil it?
Probably
okay.
Not.
Michael Myers.
There's other people listening, but it's okay.
I'll just say this: he's pretty much straight up invincible at this point. So it's like, well, what's the point of the movie?
I would think so.
If you but they kill him in this one, and then he's back 2 scenes later. So I don't get the series could go on forever if they wanted to.
Yeah, I do like the OG Halloween. I think it's a cool movie. I like movies from that time, like 70s, 80s horror movies are pretty lit. Okay, that's that. Another question we got, I think I'm going to let you handle this one. What is Soapy's biggest fear? Do you have any big fears in your life?
Public speaking and spiders.
Okay.
And then if they're in the same place at the same time, that's the worst.
Like a spider convention? Like a networking event for exterminators?
Well, I was going to say when I have to give it, or if I have to give a speech to tarantulas.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. This is a great question. I don't know why it's directed at me. You can answer it too. It says, if Morse had to pick a secondary character from The Office to dress up as, who would it be? And he gave some examples. He said, this is from Mike Bolio. He said Bob Vance, David Wallace, Jan Levinson Gould, etc. I think Bob Vance is a great costume. It'd be a great couple's costume, like Phyllis and Bob Vance.
Oh, yeah.
Vance Refrigeration.
Yeah, that would.
Mose would be a great costume. I think a funny costume, if you do it, the right way. I think Asian Jim would be a really funny costume.
I was gonna say that would definitely be my pick.
Dude, if you did that, that'd be a great costume. That'd be a fantastic costume.
You think that guy regrets doing that role?
Sort of. I think both him and John Krasinski both regret that scene. It is pretty funny, though. That was one of my favorite Office cold opens. That was pretty good. Pretty good prank. I do like that actor, too. He's a good actor. He's funny.
He is.
Asian Jim. I don't know his actual name. I don't know if that's it or not, but big fan. I wonder if there's any other, I guess we can get right into what we were going to talk about. I think one of the things we we're going to talk about was Halloween costumes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the notes here.
Who else is a funny looking character from?
Oh, I had another idea though. I think a fun party would be an Office, Halloween, people dressing up as characters from The Office, and the characters that they dressed up as in The Office would be a fun party. Yeah, because at that point you're basically just having a party with the cast of The Office.
That'd be great.
I think would also be fun. Daryl would be fun. He's a good character.
Yep. I think Ryan would be fun.
Ryan would be great because you could do the different Ryans. There's 3 or 4 different eras of Ryan, which are all pretty good.
Frosted Tip Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, Bowling Alley Ryan. I think one of my favorite characters in the show is post Michael Scott Paper Company Ryan. When he doesn't have like a real role. Like nobody knows what he does when he works like in the closet, but he's like so funny. Like he'll randomly have, he's kind of like Creed. Like he'll have one or two like lines per show, but they're all very good. Creed would be a great one too.
Yeah. Who's our most alcoholic friend that could go as Meredith?
Probably me.
We could talk about it offline.
Yeah, Meredith would be a good one. Shaved head Meredith would be a good one. Know who's a great character? Like a very small character. But you remember the one when like they order the pizza and then like they don't honor Michael's coupon and he holds like that kid hostage? Yeah. That's a great character.
I'm confusing that with someone else, but yeah, I remember that.
You're thinking of his nephew from American Horror Story. Another great character.
That's something that you couldn't do today. Spank someone at the workplace.
No. Because we're all.
You also couldn't do it on a TV show.
No. Couldn't do it virtually. Like get a virtual spanking. If that was kind of like a thing, like remember on Facebook, you used to be able to like poke people. Like you just get like a Teams icon from your boss saying like, one spanking for poor performance and like.
It's just the open hand with like a tint of red.
Yep, that would stink. All right, moving on here. Best and worst Halloween costumes. What are some of the Halloween costumes you remember as a child that you enjoyed? Are you a big Halloween person?
Yeah, I like Halloween. I like horror stuff in general.
Yeah, me too. I haven't really been into it as much lately. Even just like, obviously I'm not going like trick-or-treating and stuff. Well, I might this year with Carter, but like I haven't really watched any like horror movies. I haven't really like checked anything on TV. I actually did. Ari threw on the show last night that was sick. I put up my notes to bring it up at some point. Might as well now. It was so it's on Discovery Plus. It's obviously an app because everything has an app now. But one of the shows they have is called Shock Docs. It's a documentary. And they had one on the real Ed and Lorraine Warren from Conjuring, like the actual people. Dude, it's so scary. Like those are in a part of it. Because like I think I mentioned it before on the show. The other one I watched, the first episode was about Amityville Horror. And a big part of it is like, like, is this a hoax? And people talk about like this and that. Dude, and they kind of had the same segment on Ed and Lorraine Warren. Even if it is like a hoax and it's all fake, like they're just scary people. Like their lives are so scary. They talk about like how they grew up and how they met. They met at it was either like a gas station or like a milkshake stand or something. He said, no, it was an old movie theater. Nothing to do with it.
I often confuse all three of those things.
Sorry. I think she said when she got there, like she had gas from a bad milkshake, and I'm just like crossing my wires a little bit. She farted at the movie theater and saw a ghost, and that's kind of how they connected. They were the only two people in the theater to see the figure from the gas substance. Milkshakes, I don't know where that came from. But yeah, they met like probably watching a horror movie, and like eventually like we started talking and just noticed like we both had more and more common interests among conjuring spirits and paranormal activity and all these other things. And he's like, it was just smooth sailing from there. And then they cut into like them like at a dinner table, like conjuring a possessed like 6-year-old kid or something like that. So,
serving a ghost. Yeah,
more or less. So pretty creepy. But anyway, I digress. Did you have thoughts on Halloween costumes?
Well, for the Conjuring thing, have you noticed that the actor and actress are significantly more handsome and attractive than the actual people?
Oh, Ed and Lorraine Warren?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't look anything like the real people. Yeah, they don't look anything like that. Seriously, like nothing like it. The guy is not even close. Like, you're right. That's a pretty like good-looking Hollywood A to B list actor. He's like you'd reckon. I don't know his name, but I think most people would recognize him if they saw him.
Yeah, I think probably he's a good-looking guy, and I think the ladies is good-looking as well.
Oh yeah, it's Matt Damon's girlfriend from Departed.
Yeah, Vera Farmiga.
Right.
and Patrick Burton, something like that.
Have you ever watched those YouTube videos about like Matt Damon being gay in The Departed?
I've heard the theory.
It's an interesting theory. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's a weird like Easter egg if they intentionally wrote it like that.
I don't think we'll ever know. I think the writers, like wrote the movie and then like disappeared.
Well, it's crazy because I heard that Mark Wahlberg's role was initially intended for Lil Nas X.
Mm-hmm. And then, Leonardo DiCaprio's role was for Lil Boozy, and then it's all natural from there. No, what were you saying? Oh, the Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yeah, Ed Warren is like he almost looks like Jackie Gleason, like that guy from like the 50s. He has like fish eyes, like big pokey, like those like blowfish, whatever they're called. Like he has a very like full face. It's a polite way to put it. He's kind of heavy set guy. I'm trying to respect his.
He looks like a president from like the 1800s, kind of.
He looks like an old guy who hunts ghosts for a living, to be perfectly honest with you. And his wife looks like a ghost. So they say opposites attract. Not here. They're actually like perfect for each other. But yeah, that's interesting. I'm curious, like, I wonder if it's ever gone the other way. Like a person they're biographing and they just hire someone who's like significantly like uglier than the actual person. That'd probably suck to see.
Oh, yeah.
If you're still alive, you're like, really? Like, this is the best we could do? Like, okay.
Yeah, they cast like Steve Buscemi as JFK.
Yeah, I guess Rodney Dangerfield to play. Yeah, John F. Kennedy's a good one. Yeah. Oh man, is he dead? Rodney Dangerfield?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. He's a pretty funny guy.
He was old a long time ago. So if my math is correct,
That's
would make
true.
him very old now.
Very old or dead. Halloween costumes? Are we still talking about
I was Batman a couple of years like as a kid.
Nice.
That was always fun. Like I just always liked how
that's pretty easy. Did you have
aesthetic
I had the same thing when did you have like repeat costumes?
Yeah, for sure.
Me too. I know I was like a Ninja Turtle multiple times. I was a ninja multiple times. I was like wrestlers probably most of the other years.
Oh.
I used to get like the cliche like grocery store like costumes, like a stupid like one slip-on thing and like those thin plastic masks.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. Always so cold. It was cold, but then you were uncomfortable because my parents would make me wear like 2 sweatshirts and like a pillow like under my costume, and I'd look stupid. Yeah. I remember a big one. I guess this was maybe when we were like teenagers, like when Scream came out. Remember they had those Scream masks where you could like pump the blood like through the mask?
I actually still have one.
Dope. Do you want to throw it on?
That's for the Patreon.
All right.
It's the only thing I'll have on.
Do those work? Is it pretty cool?
Very cool.
Like scare anyone? Yeah.
Pretty good for $15.99.
I think we talked about this before. That is an all-time mask. Scream mask is awesome.
Yep.
I know masks have been pretty in the news over the past couple of years. Next time I go to like a mask requiring event, I might just wear the Scream mask and see what they say. I wonder if that's acceptable. Like they talk about like the masks, but what if you just wear like a fully uncovering like Halloween mask?
I would assume that more than does the job. Right?
That's what I would think. Absolutely.
It's thicker. It covers more of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll into
scares away all the non-maskers.
Like Kermit.
Yep. Hey, we all gotta do our part, right? Socially distant. Just put a mask on, buddy. Like there's 2 guys like fighting, and then you just walk up to them with your Scream mask on. Guys, just do our part, okay? We're all in this together.
Here, I got a spare.
Yeah. Freddy Krueger mask is cool. Michael Myers mask is sick.
Yep.
The Kanye mask is pretty sick. Most recent one. Where the fuck that thing
was.
Uncle looks like Uncle
so
Fester.
Weird.
Uncle Fester meets Michael Myers. Michael Fester. Friday the 13th is pretty cool. Old school hockey masks are pretty legit.
Yep.
Who are the other big ones? I said Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger's okay, actually. I would comfortably put Scream, Michael Myers, and Friday the 13th over Freddy Krueger.
Does one
Not
of
that it
them
was a
carry
mask in the
hockey
movie.
stick? Huh?
I think hockey stick.
Or am I? Oh no, no, sorry. I
You're
was
thinking of
mixing
like
it with the
hockey
hockey
players.
mask.
Yeah,
Because one of them wears a hockey mask.
Jason.
Okay,
Friday the
yeah.
13th.
Who's the one that carries a lacrosse stick?
I don't know, but you might be thinking of Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles. He'd wear like the hockey mask and have like a hockey stick.
Okay.
He was pretty cool. Ninja Turtles are sick Halloween costumes too. Timeless.
Oh yeah, big time.
Very fun.
How
Did you ever
involved
wear,
was your
like,
costume when you
I was
went
gonna
as
say
them?
mostly just the mask. And then
Oh, I
I
can't
would
even
like
picture the mask.
paint myself green. Well, no, like they have like each character, just like the eye covering.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But no, I'd get like the cheap ones. I never wore like a full like turtle shell on my back.
You never carried around a pizza?
No, no, just ordering Domino's pizza every half an hour on my route.
Dude, that tweet is so good. I'm sure you know the one that I'm thinking of.
Mm-mm.
The guy is like complaining about his girlfriend. He's like, yeah, we're eating pizza for the third time this week. This bitch thinks we're the Ninja Turtles or something.
I haven't seen that. That's good. That's pretty good. And then my other thought was like, I think we talked about this last year at Halloween. Just like the major difference from like Halloween as a kid to Halloween as like an adult, or even like as a college student. I noticed this. I've come to realize like group costumes or like couples costumes are way more prevalent as you get older than when you were younger.
Yeah.
Like going out in college, like we did it. Like I think it's cool to like, groups will find like what can we all dress up as. Like we dressed up as like rednecks one year.
I think you should use that as the cover picture for this one.
I'll try and find it. Yeah, I'll put it in the show notes too. If not, oh, I was thinking. Know what was good was the NBA players I came across. Remember Dame Lillard came as Stone Cold Steve Austin, and had like the legit like rubber mask like all the way over his head. That's a sick costume. LeBron James's Flo from Progressive is a good costume.
What?
You ever seen that?
No. I saw him when he went as Danny Zuko from Grease.
That's a good one. That's just a good costume in general.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Squid Games is probably going to dominate Halloween costumes this year, like at college.
I could see that.
It'll be pretty sweet.
What else is like a viral thing right now that you could dress as?
Right now, I'd say probably Squid Games. Like what's popular? Maybe. What did everyone just watch? I don't know. I know Stranger Things was like, I think that came out around Halloween a couple of years ago. Whatever season that was, when they were like, basically, I think they were like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Probably Ninja Turtles are always easy to do. Space Jam: A New Legacy. I bet there'll be some kids out there doing that.
It's poor kids.
Yeah. Maybe someone will go as us. I don't know. I don't know if we have any officially licensed Morse Code podcast Halloween costumes.
If anyone does, feel free to tag us.
Yeah, for sure. If anyone goes as the Morse Code podcast for Halloween, definitely tag us. Let's talk candy. Thoughts?
Why not? Yeah. I got a few.
Yeah, what are a lot of people who reached out via DM mostly mentioned the bad candies. I got a lot of I got some people saying good and plenty, which stinks. Do you like those? It's like candy coated licorice pretty much.
I don't think I've ever tried it. I know what it is, but I don't think I've ever tried it.
They stink. So I think it was Dice. He said almond joy. Do you like those?
Oh,
coconut
love those.
Candy. I kind of do too.
Yeah.
I used to not like coconut when I was younger. Maybe it's an acquired thing. I don't know. But coconut and dark chocolate definitely hits. It's a good one. I enjoy that a lot. What else? What are some of your favorite Halloween candies? And are you trick or treating this year?
There will be no trick or treating for me. Almond Joy is up there. I don't care if it's Almond Joy or Mounds.
What's
Do
the
you
difference
prefer
again?
with or without the nuts?
With.
Yeah, yeah. I figured just you being
And as far as the
married to
candy
a medical
goes,
professional.
with two for the candy for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
I
funny. I
I
never
wrote,
really thought about that before.
yeah, you got to consider the options. Twix and
Sure.
Kit Kat, I wrote down. I feel like those
Nice.
don't get enough love.
I'm not as big on Kit Kat. Twix is on my. I kind of treated it like I guess I didn't ask you, but I kind of treat it like a Mount Rushmore. Twix is up there for me. Twix is
Yeah.
super slept on. I recently found out Ari doesn't like Twix at all. It's a great simple combo: chocolate, cookies, and caramel. Very good.
Such a good
Never
crunch.
talked about. It is really good. Never talked about with the big guys. Definitely like tier 2 or 3. It's never. It's not up there with like the Brady's and Rodgers and Mahomes. It's I don't know. Who do you think is like the NFL quarterback of Twix?
Same color as Drew Brees, pretty much. His uniform. I should clarify his uniform.
Yeah, I didn't know where you're going with that one. Built like a Twix bar. Yeah.
I would
I
put it in the
guess.
Breeze category. The next tier.
Wow. Jeez. Like that's what you think public perception is, or that's where you put it?
I think that's where public perception is, like a one-time Super
I
Bowl
think it's a
and
little
plays
lower.
well in domes.
That's a good point. Numbers are kind of little half of an asterisk next to the numbers.
Yeah.
That actually is. I never really thought about that. Guys like Breeze, Manning, like they've played more than half of their games in a dome.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And then when guys like Rodgers and Brady play in domes, they also cook, but they also play the rest of their games in either Lambeau Field or Foxborough Stadium. Just something to consider.
You got to be careful because they're going to be saying that about us one day.
Speaking of, yeah, when do tickets go on sale for our Live at Lambeau show?
We're following Chappelle and Rogan, right?
Oh boy, yeah, I think so. Yes,
They just
I
look
believe
for
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like it as in the form of ice cream, Twix, and yeah,
I've
Twix
never
is
had
the only
Twix
one I'm
ice
thinking
cream.
of. Oh, really? Oh,
Like
it's
it
so
like
good.
a not like at a grocery store, or like does
Yeah,
a
when
local
when it's
place
just
do
a Twix
ice
bar,
creams?
but it's
Oh,
I
like the
guess it's just
frozen
Yeah.
Twix bar?
Yeah.
Or no, I know what you mean, like the ice cream Twix bar. Yeah, those are good.
Snickers is pretty good
Snickers
too. I
are
think Snickers
fire.
is better than I think it's better as an ice cream than as a candy bar.
Yeah, I actually had what I think might be a hot take on Snickers. Again, I don't think anyone's listening at this point. I've kind of gone more towards Milky Way over Snickers. I don't know if that's a hot take, and it
Okay.
kind of detracts what I was just saying about I like nuts. I think the Snickers just has so much going on. It's just like a mess in your mouth if
Big
you
time.
really think about it, dude. It's like chocolate, nuts, like chewy caramel, chewy nougat, like very compact into a bar. That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's
Good,
overproduced.
but it's a lot. It's a lot. Milky Way, I'm pretty sure old school Milky Way is just chocolate and caramel, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
That's all I need. I think the best way to consume, like buying a full Snickers bar is like a workout.
Mhm.
I kind of like, if I'll eat Snickers, I'd probably prefer to eat not even like the fun size, like those little squares. Just like toss a couple of those in.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's a great size. That's another thing I've realized getting older. I think like those fun size candy bars are fine. That's I don't need to harp on those anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
I think they rationed it to that size for a good reason.
Yeah, I think there was something cool about being a kid going to the house getting the full size candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if you came home with a pillowcase or a bag full of 25 full size candy bars, that's a lot. I think you can also like justify just sitting down and eating a bunch of fun size candy bars as opposed to like a handful of full size candy bars at like 9:30 at night afterwards.
You just sit down to like a half dozen full size Butterfingers. You wouldn't be able to open your mouth like the next morning.
Like a Charleston chew size 2-foot Butterfinger, like fucking Bart Simpson, and just mow it down. So what are your thoughts on Butterfingers? That's a
I like them a
polarizing
lot.
candy.
I don't like the stickiness, but I like the candy.
They do a number on your teeth.
What about the BBs? I don't know if those still exist.
phenomenal candy because those, again, sometimes smaller is better. You can just like pop those. I can't, I don't think I eat more than one full-size Butterfinger like on a quarterly basis.
I was gonna say, like, what is the
I hit my
what's the
quota
time that
pretty
has
early.
to pass before I can have another one?
And I don't even know what. Yeah, that's like very, very thin layer of chocolate. And then if you bite into it and look into it, just like crystallized, whatever that is. Butter. Like, what is that material in the middle of a Butterfinger? Butter.
All natural butter.
Just a chocolate covered stick of butter. Oh man. Yeah, Butterfingers are a lot. Even like the fun size ones are fine. But those are like, they're short, but they're like thick. Like
Yeah, they
tall.
become tougher. Like the
Yeah, those aren't
they
enjoyable to eat. Butterfinger BBs were awesome. Let me just run through my Mount Rushmore real quick. So I'm glad you brought it up. I brought Twix. I did mention Twix.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go Twix, Milky Way over Snickers. My list is kind of controversial. I'm more of a chocolate guy on Halloween. Twix, Milky Way. I put Nestle Crunch, and then my fourth one, kind of a wild card. Speaking of impossible candies to eat, but I enjoy them. I put Milk Duds. Have you ever had those?
Milk Duds. Which
They're
one?
like
Of those
they
again?
come in the little box, the yellow box. It's literally just a little ball of thick, hard caramel, like covered in chocolate.
Oh, yeah,
They're
I like
so
those.
chewy.
Yeah, I like those.
They are good, but they are a bitch. Like they will like muzzle you if you eat like 5 or 6 at once. Like you won't be able to talk for probably a minute. I'm gonna throw some in shortly and then finish the show. But they almost kind of remind me of Dots. You ever heard of Dots?
Yep.
Just thick, chewy, whatever. I don't even know what material that is. Like just chewy candy.
Anything that
Corn
comes in a
syrup.
box, I always feel like is a little more special. Like Whoppers.
I like it. Whoppers are great. Whoppers are good. My favorite boxed candy is probably Milk Duds. Nerds are okay. You can just toss back Nerds. That's just little tiny like crack rocks of sugar. And then my sleeper pick, not the ice cream, but just and I think Reese's is looked at as a widely renowned goat. I like Reese's. I think we've talked about it before, but I don't know. I just think it's kind of obvious. Reese's in the freezer are really good, or even in the fridge. I think most candies cold are better.
Yep.
Like not frozen, but like in the fridge, chilled candy bars are good. Very good. I think Reese's are up there. The Reese's Big Cup is pretty good. You can snag one of those at the checkout aisle. Couple 100 calories, nice big fat Reese's cup.
Yeah, it's the size of like a burger patty.
Seriously, like a Mondo burger from Good Burger. What was the one from Doug? Honker Burger. Size of a Honker Burger. So what's your Mount Rushmore of Halloween candies?
I go Reese's, Twix, Kit Kat, and then just for a non-chocolate thing, I do like Sweet Tarts. The ones that come in like the 2 tabs, like a fucking Alka-Seltzer.
Yep.
Actually, I don't even know if anyone our age knows what the fucking Alka-Seltzer is. Anyone younger than us probably.
I just know because my dad used to take them.
Dude, didn't you think those looked cool to take?
They looked fire to take. Yeah, those commercials.
I'm pretty
were lit.
sure when I asked my parents, they're like, "No, these taste like shit."
No, these will kill you. This is like literally for a migraine. Yeah, those are cool. Any of those things that dissolve in water look cool commercialized.
Yep. Do you like peppermint type candies?
Oh, that might be the best cold candy. Like a cold peppermint patty.
Yep.
Real good. And then you breathe in and it like you can feel it like on your teeth.
What's the movie theater one that's in a box with the green letters?
Junior Mints.
Yeah.
Very good cold.
I feel like
very
those
good
are
over
kind of
ice.
slept on.
They are kind of an old person candy.
Mm-hmm.
Slept on candies. Yeah. BB. I don't think they make Butterfinger BBs anymore. Can't imagine why.
The generation's too soft.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks. You know who. You know who's. What was I just going to say? On a similar note, Nestle Crunch used to have those too. Nestle Crunch BBs, I think. But it was more or less the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like small balls of crunch. Those are so good. Have you like can't like those are like the cliche like Halloween candies, but candy has like diversified itself. Like if you look at like a checkout aisle, I'm trying to think. There's all the OGs we talked about. Reese's has 100 different, things now. Kit Kat has a good one. Do you like mint chocolate?
Mint chocolate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like green mint. They have a mint chocolate Kit Kat. That's fire. That's very good. Good combo. Very good. What else?
There's a lot of companies that have come out with like white chocolate type stuff. Like Reese's has one.
I prefer dark chocolate if I had to pick between the two. And I like white chocolate. Milky Way Midnight is very good. It's just a dark chocolate Milky Way. But I do know what is really good is those white chocolate Hershey, like the cookies and cream Hershey bars. Have you ever had those?
Yeah, I remember that was a big thing when it first came out.
Oh, that took the nation by. That was like national news. Seriously.
They were the first ones like daring enough to do it.
What is this? Yeah. What the hell is this? I remember that vividly. Do you remember Hershey's Symphony bars?
No, what's that? You play music while you ate it?
I don't know, but they were perceived as like these like high sophisticated like Hershey's bars. They were like a couple bucks more. And I don't know what the marketing on it was. Hold on. It was like Hershey's Symphony. It very much reminds me of like Triple H's old character. Very like, you know what I mean? Very Hunter Hearst Helmsley-esque.
With the red
Hershey's
jacket?
Symphony milk chocolate. $1.84. Why am I paying more? What's the benefit here?
Yeah, I was gonna say with a price.
Oh, it's bigger. Yeah. I think this is just marketing.
Isn't it always, pal?
The regular Hershey bar is more expensive. So maybe this was for poor people. That's probably why I know what they are. We talked about Mr. Good Bar. Those can go. Those can retire. Fifth Avenue. I don't know what that is.
Never had it.
Oh, these are fire. Hold on. This is like delicacy. Have you ever had these? Wait for it to come into Toblerone. I
haven't.
Oh, real good. Real good. If you get a bonus at work, I'd suggest you pick some of those up. Treat yourself. Really Heath Bar?
Never tried that either.
Ledger? Very good. Well, I like it. It's like butterscotch candy. Toffee candy. Do you like Payday? Payday's a weird one. It's a collection of salty nuts and caramel.
I've had it. I don't think I really liked it.
Okay. All right.
Same with Baby Ruth. I always think of those.
We talked about enough Baby Ruth on this podcast. When was that? Oh, Giardi? You're talking about old.
I think so.
And candy. Yeah.
Baby Ruth Langmore.
Yeah, for sure. Damn. There was one more topic I think we're going to get into about like the movies. But I don't want to I think that's a pretty good topic.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Where are we right now? We're like 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
It's getting a little late. Want to save that for part 2?
Sure.
Okay. If you're listening, what we're going to do is I thought it would be interesting. Like if we're both big horror movie buffs, like just like inserted into the plot of a horror movie, what would be good ones and bad ones? I think there would be some good ones outside of like, you could get killed. But just look cool. I maybe dive into there's got to be some more Halloween masks too. That Scream mask is just so cool. I don't think I ever really appreciated it. Scream had some cool movie covers.
Yeah.
Do you like those movies? Scream?
I didn't see the first one until like also last year. I liked it. Yeah. Have you seen all of them?
I only just saw the first one. It was more than enough for me. Great movie. Didn't want it to get ruined.
Plenty of scares for one lifetime.
I think so. I think I was scared enough watching that movie that I was like, you know what? I see where this is going. These movies are probably going to be scary.
I'm giving up being horrified.
I'm throwing in the towel. Yeah, I have hit my quota for horror in my life. I have reached my max level of horror. Yeah.
You see there's going to be another Paranormal?
No, really? But what?
I think it's like Amish related. So I feel like it could be good.
Well, I don't hate that. Bad. For sure. I don't hate that. What are they gonna like record it? What is like what am I gonna be looking at? They're all based on footage.
I don't know. Maybe they're just holding
Like one of those flip book drawings for like 2 hours. Huh.
I was gonna
watch
say
that.
they're just holding up a
Man.
bunch of photos,
Yeah.
a series
Yeah.
of photos.
Is there a trailer out?
Yeah, and I think
Oh
it
yeah.
comes out in the next couple days.
Oh yeah. I'll watch that.
Pretty good.
I'm in. I do like those movies. We've talked about that. All right. So again, that was kind of part one of our Halloween specials here. Talk some candy, talk some costumes. We missed Kraken. We didn't really get into much Kraken talk.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Sports related. This just came to my mind because of I put up a question today that was
I saw that.
So I put up a question for anyone who doesn't follow me that just basically said like the way Steph Curry and Dame Lillard shoot from like 35 feet. I have no idea if this happens at the gym on a regular basis now. It's been a while since I played pickup basketball.
Yeah.
Do you remember Magic Johnson from UNH? And could you describe him to the listeners? Because that's what just
remember.
popped into my head.
Yeah, it's hard to describe. He was a like kind of out of shape white kid.
Yeah, he was built like Ed Warren that we referenced earlier.
Yep. He'd play like pickup basketball, and the reason we refer to him as Magic Johnson, he wasn't terribly good at basketball. The kid, not the real Magic Johnson. That's a different story. He'd do like over the top, like fake no look passes, but like when they weren't necessary.
Yeah.
Like on like fast breaks,
Yeah.
like just you and the other player, but like really sell it. Like if I'm passing this way, just like like that, like way over the top.
Dude,
and
you can check.
Most of them wouldn't connect
the
either.
You could check him the ball. And you have to like you got to pass it in before you shoot anyways, and he was still throwing like behind the back.
Yeah, he's never looked at his target, ever. Yeah,
it makes me wonder if like he would have been a terrible passer if he did look.
Maybe. Good point. I'd like to see those splits.
Who do you think would be stats. Who do you think would be the most annoying person that someone could try to emulate during a pickup game?
James Harden. Probably up there.
Oh yeah. We've talked about this before. I think that would be a pretty good like video skit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, plenty of people have done that, I think.
No, not to do it as a skit, but if only like if you and I were playing in like a full court game and we were the only ones to know, just to like try to bait guys into fouls and see how long it would take before people got pissed.
I will say real quick, like I know it's only 3 games. I kind of think it'd be an awesome story if James Harden's averages like 15 points a game this year. Seriously, that'd be a big story.
Triple single.
That'd be like, dude, like who, like James Harden tricked the nation for a long time.
It sucks because I'm starting to like him on like a personality standpoint.
I don't mind James
anyways.
Harden. I think ever since like all this Kyrie shit started, I think I said this before, like James Harden seems to be one of the guys who's like all in, like trying to win. I do feel bad for Kevin Durant. He is down really bad right now. He just must look around and be like, oh boy.
Did you see the tweet from Harden that got erased though? Probably about a week ago. It was something like maybe a highlight came out about the Nets, and then he wrote back like good win, something like that. They had just gotten done playing in, I don't know, fucking Brooklyn. And the location of his tweet was like Mexico City or something crazy like that. So, but to your point, even when he's just like going out of his way to find strip clubs across the globe, he still shows up the next day.
Yeah. I thought there was a stat that came out that he was like terrible in Miami.
Yeah. Miami, LA, Houston.
Yeah. Like terrible. Like, yeah. Like the guys in Space Jam, like when they get their like talent taken from them, like terrible. Mexico City's, that's a tough look.
It may have been like Tijuana or Cancun. I don't know.
Still, like that's crossing the border.
Yeah, there's no NBA.
That doesn't seem worth it. I would assume there's a lot of protocol to go out of the state.
Right. But has he truly exhausted all the the American strip clubs?
I don't think he can go back to Houston. I saw someone like talk about this when he got traded. Like it's funny, but I'm sure there is some truth to it. Like how much money those strip clubs must lose, like when James Harden isn't in town anymore, for like how much like those guys spend, must be great. Like they must have been pissed.
He's
like,
a one-man economy
for sure. Hey, I'll throw this out there. Ever since he was traded to Brooklyn, I've been paying more and more for gas. So you're the economist of the two.
I was gonna say I don't usually like to bring in trickle down economics into this show, but
there's cargo ships out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm paying several dollars a gallon for gas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yep.
Thanks, James.
Still got to wear a mask.
Ugh. That must be hell when he has to wear a mask with his beard and a mask.
It is weird how
he must have such an uncomfortable life, like just constantly uncomfortable, like sleeping, sweating, playing high-level basketball, going to strip clubs.
You ever seen the video of him meeting his doppelganger?
Yeah, so good. Really good. Actually, I love that video.
So weird.
He looks just like him, dude.
Surprised, kind of frustrated, and then he's like, all right, that's kind of funny, actually.
It's awesome. Yeah, that is a great video. Really good stuff. But all right, let's sign off here. So happy Halloween, everyone. But we'll be back in a couple days and we'll continue this conversation. And we might have a new friend on with us too. Maybe talk some more basketball and go from there. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Oh, go Braves.
Go Braves.